we get the ball, if we can sustain some kind of a drive, get some 1st and 10s, get some things going, that's that much time Robinson doesn't have the football.
Yeah, and, we're going to definitely kind of pull a page out of what Fountain Lake and Benton Harmony Grove have done for years, which is try to shorten the game. And I was talking to, some of the coaches earlier today, and that doesn't mean that you have to score on every drive, but it does mean that you have to get some first downs. For that philosophy to work, you do have to sustain some drives. You don't necessarily have to score every drive, but you do have to, get your defense off the field. You have to work on the clock on your own, and I suspect that we're going to see a big dose of Braylon Watson and Jalen Dupree today and try to eat some clock, sustain some drives, and really we have done a good job of that. I mean,
yes, we have.
And, it seems like when we've struggled, it's not been the fact that the system isn't working. It's been that we get a penalty that sets us behind because, when we were running, kind of the offense previously, you get into 2nd and 13, 2nd and 14. There are a lot of plays in the playbook for, to pick up chunk plays. This system is not designed to pick up chunk plays. You have to stay on schedule. You need to get 3 or 4 yards on first down, and penalties will absolutely kill drives. And so I have a feeling that playing clean football has been a point of emphasis for the Leopards this week.
Yeah, and by clean football, and Coach Plumlee and I talked about it, we've got to clean up, like you said, those untimely penalties, Seth, and turnovers. And when we get an opportunity inside the five-yard line, we got to figure some way to get it in there.
Well, in this offense especially, you cannot put yourself in negative yardage offensively. False starts and holding penalties just mean that much more when you're, a predominantly run-to-style offense. You just got to be able to be disciplined and not get those penalties. And winning the turnover battle is always going to be huge to winning a game. Is we have the Little Leopard.
What age group is that, guys?
Well, I think that's 4th, 5th, and 6th grade.
Boy, listen, that's a big deal with them. And I'll tell you one thing I do know for a fact. Coach Plumlee knows every one of those kids.
Well, his son's one of them.
Yeah, and not only that, but I mean, all of them. He goes to the practices. He goes to the games.
He coaches one of them.
And he's just completely involved from the bottom to the top here. And you talk about somebody, they talk about people buying into a program. I tell you what, J.D. Plumlee has bought into this program lock, stock, and barrel.
And that's one of the things that as he continues to stay here every year, that's going to be one more year that he has had relationships with the players. Because, I mean, think about it. He has been in this district now. This is just year 3. So, he's only had a 3-year relationship. By the time these 4th graders get to the 9th grade or the 10th grade, they're going to have a 6-year relationship with him.
And that's what he talks about.
And that's huge.
That's exactly sitting in the office. That's what he talks about. These kids, when they come up from junior high to high school, they know Coach Plumlee and these guys. And it's not like when you guys came out of elementary school and walked up to high school and you walked up there and said, oh, my gosh, there's David Alpe. You were a little bit intimidated, weren't you?
Well,
or a lot intimidated.
Well, and I think it really –
And I think my point being, Coach Plumlee doesn't want that. I mean, he's with these kids, with them around all the time so they know – how he is and whatever.
And I think some of it is a sign of the times because relationships are more important now than they probably were when I played in the 90s.
Coach can't go out there and say, Dial, go out there and, hit that dummy 17 times, and Dial would go do it. Or Roberts would do the same thing. It's a different coaching system, different coaching kids and everything.
It's a different world.
It's a different world.
This coaching staff has picked up on that.
They have.
And they've got they're building those relationships, and I think those relationships they're building with the elementary kids now are going to play huge dividends 5-6 years from now.
Caleb James tees up the ball for Robinson. Got Joe and Dupree and Braylon Watson back deep to receive for the Leopards as we are about ready for kickoff. Here is the kick. Right towards Braylon Watson, fielded around the 8-yard line. He's up over the 10, 15, makes a man miss. Breaks another tackle over the 20. Down to around the 22-yard line. It'll be Leopards ball, 1st and 10 from there.
You know what? We can kind of compare, guys. We watched and talked some about the speed of Ashdown. I don't think Ashdown's got any more speed than these Robinson Senators. Do you, Ben?
No, I mean, Robinson's the full package athletically.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got the difference is going to be that Robinson has Ashdown speed, but they've also got big boy size.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, they are the total package, and that's why, they're one of the 2 or 3 favorites to win the state championship this year.
They're the Lex Lugers of the conference, huh? Leopards come to the line. Twins right. It'll be Dupree to the right of Watson. Here's the snap. Option look, pitch out to Dupree. Trying to get wide, unable to break a tackle, and he's going to be hit for a loss. Back to the 18-yard line, going to bring up 2nd and long.
Just couldn't get out there and get the turn the corner. Was that the DP? Is that the cornerback that came up? I wasn't paying that much attention.
I think it was a linebacker.
Linebacker. Somebody came up there and strung it out, and loss of 2, 3, almost 3.
Twins left this time, up back on the left as well. Dupree to the right of Watson. Here's the snap. Give is to Dupree. Cuts it up. Now finds a little bit of a lane. Up over the 25. Down to around the 27-yard line. Where it'll bring up about 3rd and 6.
And we've seen it on the first 2 plays, the speed of Robinson.
Yeah.
I mean, they strung out. And one of them was, just really a guy doing schematically what he's supposed to do, seal the edge. On that particular play, on most teams, Jalen Dupree's going to beat that guy to the edge and pick up some big yardage.
Yeah.
But Robinson's got loaded athletes all across the board.
Here's the snap, fakes the give to Dupree. Watson up the middle,
Well,
and he's going to have enough to
close.
pick up the first down. Be first down Leopards.
And that's what we're talking about. When we talk about sustaining drives, we need to eat some clock, especially since we're going to have a lot more guys going 2 ways than Robinson today. So the fewer plays that we can play, the better off we're going to be, the better chance we have.
The better chance we have. And
Leopards come to the line. Twins to each side. 1st and 10 from the 33. Watson at quarterback, Dupree to his right. Here's the snap. Fakes the pitch, and Watson's going to be brought down in the backfield back around the 30-yard line.
a defensive end had a hold of him, turned him around, and help was on the way.
It is, and if you'll notice, one of the things that kind of an option look will give you is it means that you pick up a man playing option, because you can take one guy out of the equation by not blocking him, basically. You don't block one guy, which is one more guy you can block, but they are putting so many guys in the box, they're going to dare us to throw the football. That's going to be they're going to add guys to the equation.
Trips right, split left. Trips right or trips left. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, the carry is by Watson. He's going to get up to the 35-yard line. Bring up probably 3rd and around 8.
One thing we will notice, and I can share with you that Coach Plumley shared with me, is we're going to see a lot more, maybe almost exclusively, Carter Martin back out on the outside receiving and not playing as much, or probably, maybe not any quarterback at all. But he felt it's important to get him back out there, where they could possibly get a ball to him.
3rd and 8 from the 35. Trips left, split right. Back to the left of Watson. Here's the snap. Watson looking to throw. Going to be short of the intended receiver, and Watson was pressured immediately.
That guy wasn't even slowed down. Ben didn't look like.
No, he was hit as he threw the football. But one of the things that you can see that we're doing is we're having Dupree and Watson in the backfield together now. So that's going to make an option look that more worthy of discussion, obviously. But that's going to allow that does what you talk about. It allows you to put Carter on the outside, who's your best receiver.
Snap fielded by Chase McAllister. His punt will be fielded. Actually,
I think he may have touched that ball.
Jonathan Morehouse goes and dives on it around the 30-yard line. It was close, but they're going to say first down Robinson.
That was close.
And those are the kind of mistakes that can get a really, really good football team beat.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the kind of things. We talk about 2 or 3, 4 plays that can cause a team that's, Hootens has, I think, Robinson picked by 21 tonight or something like that. Well, that's 3 plays.
Yeah.
And so we talk about the importance of 2 or 3 plays. This is not baseball. In baseball, a couple of bad pitches are probably not going to cost you the night unless it's a 3-2 ball game. But when you get 7 points a pop in football, it's a big deal.
Here's the snap. Give to the back up the middle. Trying to break a few tackles. Still trying to break tackles. Going to fall forward. up to around the 34-yard line.
That was really, really a nice second effort there because we basically had him at the line of scrimmage or for a 1-yard gain, and he just kept surging and picked up some.
Pistol lock formation for Robinson here, 2nd and 6. Try to get Malvern to jump, to no avail. Tight triangle trips to the right, man split out to the left. Here's the snap, give is to the back off the right side, trying to get the edge.
Ooh.
Gonna pick up maybe 3 there, bring up a 3rd and short. Nice play made by, can't see the number.
Boy, I tell you, Carradine had him in his sights and just missed him. Just took a little bit short angle on him, or he'd had him back there for no gain at all. But just again shows the speed of these Robinson backs.
I believe it was Angel Perez. 3rd and 3, ball on the 37-yard line. Bring a man in motion, fake the give to him, back up the middle. Able to break the first tackle, which would have been for a loss.
Well,
and get up near the line to gain. And they're not even going to talk about it. They're just going to say first down.
You can see by the flags and everything, it's a windy night tonight, Ben. How much you think that's going to have any effect on the ball game? Not on our throwing game, I don't think. But
it's not something that's going to affect the short throwing game. It's something that, if they try to throw deep, it could definitely affect the ball path on deep passes.
1st and 10, twins to each side. Fakes the give, now quarterback rolling to the right, and he's just going to throw the ball away as he gets planted in the backfield by Jabri Artis.
Yeah, Jabri's just – I can't say enough nice things about number 6, the way he plays football. I won't rant and rave, but you got to watch him.
He's a really good athlete.
He really is.
He's arguably the best basketball player on the basketball team. So, he's a multi-sport guy and smart kid. And, he's one of those that you wouldn't mind if your daughter brought home to the dinner table one day.
2nd and 10, give is to the back up the middle, dragging a man forward as he gets up over the 45. Looks like they're going to give him the 47-yard line. It'll be 3rd and short again.
Big opportunity for the Leopards to get off the field right here. I mean, they've had a couple of 3rd and relatively short to mediums, and you got to win one of these battles.
Yeah.
I think the win may be trying, and this is a very balanced offense. I mean, Robinson is. I mean, they'll throw it, they'll run it, and so they've got a large swath of options here on the playbook.
3rd and 3. Here's the snap. Give to the back up the middle. Got a lot of room. As he gets up over the 50, now over the 45, down to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10, Senators.
Guys, Romeo Bennett was questionable, and I don't see him out there.
I don't think he's playing.
Boy, and I tell you what, we missed 31. I mean, and we got, Angel Perez is filling in his spot, but
first.
What you like about Bennett is just his physicality, and in a game like this, that can be a difference maker.
You bet.
1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Twins left, split right, up back on the right side, pistol-like formation for Robinson. Here's the snap, fakes the give, now looking to throw. Got a man over the middle, but it's just out of his reach, a little bit high.
Yeah.
Incomplete.
If you just joined us, we're 6 minutes into this ball game. It's 0-0, and Leopards had the first possession, picked up a first down, I guess, and then was forced to punt. And Robinson's just inside of Leopard territory, like I say. First quarter, 6 minutes and 7 seconds left.
And, we talk about Bennett. I mean, I'm not saying he's not fast, but he plays fast. There's a difference in being fast and playing fast. And
football smart.
And he plays fast.
Yeah.
2nd and 10 from the 41-yard line. That looked like motion, but no flag. Going to be a jet sweep. Gets across the 40, down to the 35, and driven backwards from there. Going to bring up another 3rd down, this time looking at about 3rd and 5.
Well, I tell you what, Eric Clegg sat there and just held his ground and really made a nice open field tackle right there.
He did. He did just enough to allow other guys to get there and swarm to the ball. And this is the 3rd time we've been in this situation. 3rd and 3 or 4. You got to make contact at the line and then swarm to the ball.
Snap looking to throw, now rolling right. Releases the ball. It's going to be incomplete. Kind of a busted play turned into a modified slant route, just unable to bring it in. That's going to bring up 4th and 4.
He didn't have a whole lot to throw there to. Seth, because our coverage was our coverage was really good. I thought maybe he might go out to the flat on it, but
I thought he might run. Had a lot of room in front of him.
It.
Nevertheless,
big play here for the Leopards, guys.
4th and 4, ball on the 35-yard line, just under 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Trips right, split left, back to the right of the quarterback. Here's the snap, fakes the give. Quarterback rolling right. Now he is going to run, and he's got a lot of room.
Yeah.
Going to slide down just short of the 25-yard line. We'll call it the 26th. I think they saw what we saw.
I say, Ben, looked like they run the same thing a while ago, and they just, instead of waiting to try to throw it, he just saw the opening and took it.
Yeah, and they might have gotten away with a little bit of hold there on the offensive side, but you can't count on those because, the old saying is you could call holding on every play if you wanted to.
Yeah. Here's the snap. Give is to the back up the middle, now bouncing out to the outside.
Guys.
Nice play.
Yeah, you talk about stringing one out and stacking it up. Yeah, Perez did a really good job sticking his nose in there. And
when you play a team that is just loaded with athletic guys that can beat you. Guys that at any time can go. You have to be sure that when you make contact with a guy, you make contact in a way that you can hold on and people can swarm because these guys can break tackles. There's no question.
A big hole.
Got false start here on Robinson. It's going to back him up 5, make it 2nd and 16.
I'll tell you one thing, guys, and it's I'm optimistic and very happy the way the Leopards have made Robinson earn everything, guys. We haven't given him anything.
Well, you eliminate the big play.
Yeah.
And we talk about the number of guys that can beat you. When you look at their statistics, they've got Darryl Searcy Jr. is number 6. He's their number 1 back, but he's only got 66 carries. They got 3 or 4 more guys with almost 30 carries. So, they've got a stable back there they can give it to.
Looks like Robinson's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with him with 4:29 left in the first quarter. Score is 0-0. We'll be back after this.
At MNB, we know that every customer is different. That's why we provide one-on-one guidance from our lending professionals. Our dedicated team understands the importance of taking that next step, and we offer our customers superior financial products and services. Put the strength and stability of MNB to work for you with loan structures tailored to help you make sound financial decisions. Come see what banking with a real community bank feels like. Visit us online at mnbbank.com.
Welcome you back into Claude Mann Stadium, David Alpe Field. 2nd and 16 here for Robinson. Here's the snap. Give is to the back off the left side. Got a little bit of room. Going to get down to around the 26-yard line, which is near the original line of scrimmage. Bring up 3rd and 10.
And this is the best situation that the Leopards have been in 3rd down defensively in this first drive for Robinson. And honestly, they've done a really good job. Robinson's tried to throw the football, 4 or 5 times maybe on this drive. And the Leopards have done a really good job covering. They've given up 1 opportunity for the quarterback to scramble. But credit those sophomore defensive backs. They've done a great job here early on.
3rd and 10. Trips right, split left. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Looking for the slant right across the middle, and he's got him, but he is absolutely leveled by Jabri Artis, but he will have enough for the first down.
Yeah, that was just a slant, and there's not a whole – that's ran correctly and thrown correctly. There's not a whole lot you can do about that.
He paid for it.
What you're hoping is that, you're probably going with a 4-man front. You're hoping somebody can disrupt the pass, and unfortunately we weren't able to create any penetration with that front group.
1st and 10 from the 11. Give is to the back up the middle. Not a whole lot there as he's going to be belly to back suplex backwards.
Yeah, lost a half a yard looks like.
I
believe that was Costin Biggs. Was that 42?
I thought it said 46, but I don't have a 46, so.
I think it's 42. If it's 46, maybe we got a transfer.
We've got somebody in. Maybe one of those JV kids just moved up and playing, doing a good job.
Never know. 2nd and 11, ball on the 12. Here's the snap. Give is to the back.
They got him again. Good job, guys.
Nothing there. And he fumbled. Scramble for the ball.
Well,
one
we've got
official's
one
pointing
official
to the ground.
saying it's down, and
that was a very late whistle to be called down. But it will stay with Robinson. Another loss there will be 3rd and 12. Now ball on the 13-yard line. Twins to each side, back to the right. Robinson trying to get a man to jump. Look like they may have, but no flag flies, so no harm, no foul. Now the snap, but here's a flag. It looks like it might be a delay of game.
I believe.
And it is.
I believe you got that one right.
And interesting thing about being offsides in high school, it's different than it is at college and in the NFL.
Yeah.
You have to be in the neutral zone at the time of the snap. In
right.
high school,
Yeah.
if you cross into the neutral zone at any time, you do not have to wait on the snap. And that's what makes hard counts in high school that much more effective, because the kids aren't quite as disciplined.
Yeah.
And it's a rougher, harsher rule.
Here's a snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Got the slant route open again. Nice tackle made there by Carter Martin, but it's going to be fourth and short.
And that's, the same route combination that they used to pick up the 3rd and long last time. And we bring up 4th and, 2 maybe. And this, I would imagine, is going to be almost a kamikaze-type defense. I mean, you got to anticipate that they're going to try to run the football to pick up the first down, because they're not going to have time to sit back in the pocket in this situation.
4th and 2. Bring a man in motion from right to left. Try to get Malvern to jump, to no avail. Now going to be trips left, split right. Back
3
to
on
the
the play
right of
clock.
the quarterback.
They're going to get it.
They're going to have to
call
take a timeout. Second time out of the half used by Robinson. 1:18 left here in the first quarter. Score still 0-0, but Robinson threatening. We'll be back after this. Welcome you back into Claude Mann Stadium. 4th and 2 here for Robinson. Here's the snap rolling right. Going to have to throw it, and it's going to be incomplete. Leopards turn it over on downs.
And, I told you I didn't think they were going to throw the football. I was wrong, but that's why I would not have thrown the football.
Yeah.
We were going to be blitzing. We were going to cause pressure on the quarterback. They have a big physical offensive line.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you wouldn't trust them on 4th and 2 when you've got, the guy that's supposed to be the best offensive lineman in the state.
Yeah.
I figured they would have leaned on him and tried to go right behind him, but big time stop for the Leopards.
And actually, it was like 4th and 1, because they could have got a 1st and 10 at the 2-yard line, I believe. So anyway,
The 1.
at the 1, okay.
It was 4th and 2.
Okay, here we go, Leopards.
1st and 10. Ball on the 3-yard line. Leopards come to the line with a man split to each side. Back to each. Well, no. Sorry, it was power formation. Hard to tell back there. Believe that was Watson on the carry. He's going to get up to the 4-yard line, gain of 1. Speaking of offensive linemen, Ben, poor radio. We forgot to mention our isolated player of the game this week. This week, our isolated player is going to be senior number 62, Trevon Marshall.
Trevon Marshall plays on the offensive and defensive line. He's a guy that absolutely loves life, big smile, fun to be around, and really kind of blossomed into a really good offensive lineman for us.
2nd and 9 for the Leopards. Run that option type play. Quarterback just keeps and gets forward. I believe that's Watson. He gets across the 5 to the 6-yard line, where it'll be 3rd and long for the Leopards.
Wow, 25 seconds left in the first quarter. I don't believe we'll see a snap here.
No, I doubt that is the case. Leopards will take this opportunity to draw up their best 3rd and 7 play. Regardless, you got to love how this team's battling against a very talented Robinson team. We're going to go at the end of the first quarter scoreless. Huge defensive stop by that Malvern Leopard defense. We'll be back after some words from our sponsors.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett, and I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Welcome you back into Claude Mann Stadium, David Alpe Field. Start of the second quarter. We're in a scoreless ball game here. Robinson, Malvern both 0-0. Leopards facing a 3rd and 7 from their own 6-yard line. After a huge stop defensively, turning Robinson over on downs on the 3-yard line. Leopard's going to come out, Twins left. Up back to the right side, back to the left of Watson. Here's the snap, fakes the give to Dupree. Watson looking to run. He's going to cut up over the 10, fall forward down to the 14-yard line. Big first down for the Leopards.
It's a big first down for a lot of reasons. The biggest reason is we need to do something to flip the field. Robinson did a great job of driving down, and when your drive ends inside the 5, you're putting the other team in a tough spot, and that's where the Leopards were. The Leopards now need to move that ball and try to regain the field position edge, and they got a little bit ways to go, but you definitely would take that stop inside the 5 to be in that position as opposed to being down 7 for sure.
Nobody likes to punt from their own end zone. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Twins right, split left. Here's the snap. Give is to Dupree. Off the left side, not a whole lot there. He may have picked up 1 to the 15-yard line.
Really good job defensively by Robinson, and, I believe that's actually Harris that made the stop. 76?
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty good speed there by lineman to get out there and catch up with Dupree.
I've made the joke several times. I just don't see what Pittman sees in this guy. But when you're that big, somewhere in the ballpark of 370 pounds, and you can move along the line like that, then you've got some A+ genetics going on for sure.
Kid's got great feet.
2nd and 9 for the Leopards. Pitch out to Dupree. He cuts it up, got a little bit of room. Oh, shoestring tackle on what looked like it was going to be a big play for the Leopards. Going to bring up a 3rd and around 6.
And when we talk about football being a game of inches, that's exactly what we're talking about. We're not talking about inches and necessarily picking up the first down, but inches was the difference. Just the inches that he was able to snatch that foot is the difference between 3rd and 6 and 1st and 10 from maybe the 35, 40-yard line.
3rd and 6 from the 18-yard line. Trips left. Back to the right of Watson. Here's the snap give is Dupree. Cuts it up, makes the first man miss. Now gets to the outside. Got a little bit of room, but it's closing quickly. He's going to be short as he gets up to, I believe, the 22-yard line.
23, yeah, they're going to spot it about the 20.
22.
Yeah.
And that was, we talk about second effort. There was the 3rd and 4th effort on that particular run, and Dupree just kept looking for another crease, and gives you a chance on 4th down, and it'll be interesting to see exactly what Coach Plumlee wants to do here.
It would not shock me to either run it all the way down and call a timeout, or to possibly try to get them to jump and call a timeout. Looks like we're gonna
run it down and call a timeout and
have a little talk about it.
Talk to Coach Parker and say, what do you think?
9:57 left here in the second quarter. Score still 0-0. We'll be back after this. Welcome you back into Claude Mann Stadium, David Alpe Field. Leopards facing a 4th and 2 from their own 22-yard line. Good snap. McAllister's punt is away. Angled towards the sideline, and it's going to go out of bounds. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 48-yard line. Good field position for the Senators.
But through, a quarter, and now we're at, little under 10 minutes remaining in the second quarter and the half. We talked about what Malvern wanted to do. They wanted to shorten the game. Well, we've shortened the game so that nobody scored in the first quarter. You'd like to be ahead, but when you talk about shortening the game, have we accomplished that? So far, the answer is yes, and a lot of that's been we've been able to pick up some first downs, and defensively we've not given up the big play.
1st and 10 again. That looked just funny. Ball's on the ground. It's scooped up. Oh, man.
Whoa. Almost a scoop and score.
Oh, they're going to call that an incomplete pass.
What?
If he tossed it, it would be an incomplete pass. Okay. But to me, that looked like a handoff that was bobbled.
And I'm gonna have to give the officials the benefit of the doubt
I
on
am
this
too.
because our coaches are not flipping their lid.
No.
And I got to think if the coaches thought it was a fumble, they'd be super hot right now.
If it was released in the air at all, it would be considered a pass.
Well, if it was going forward.
Well, I mean, that way was going. The handoff was forward, so.
Looked like a fumble to these old eyes.
Twins to each side. Here's the snap looking to throw. Man over the middle. Incomplete. Nice coverage there.
Well, I tell you
by
what.
Tyler Golden.
Yeah, Tyler was right there with him, and nice coverage.
And on a defense full of sophomores, getting Tyler Golden back is kind of a breath of fresh air because the sophomore class, we've talked about them all year, super talented. It's nice to have some upperclassmen on that side of the ball.
You bet. Been there, done that.
And so it's really, really good to see Tyler back in action for us. He was back last week, but good to see him. Good to see him out there for us.
3rd and 10 from the 48. Robinson comes to the line with twins to each side, back to the left of the quarterback. Here's the snap, looking to throw, pressured immediately. Now just gets rid of it, but has a man. Nice play by Golden to trip him up immediately. Little bit of luck there on a busted play, but it'll still be 4th down.
And I think you got to give their quarterback a lot of credit right there because Jabral Artis timed his blitz perfectly. He was not accounted for. He was right at the line of scrimmage at the snap. He did everything right. The quarterback was just able to scramble and move just enough to create space and complete the pass.
4th and 3 from the 41-yard line. Twins to each side, back to the left of the quarterback. Here's the snap. Again, Malvern has a man coming free, and what a play made there by Angel Perez.
Yeah, Perez really – Evans got out there, and they setting the screen up, and Perez got around him and got to the back, and big series turnover for the Leopards.
It is, and Angel's one of those guys. Injuries has allowed another sophomore to step up into a position, and we have seen him flourish the last 2 or 3 weeks. He has really come on, and he is growing into that linebacker position. And he's one of those guys I can't wait to see what he's like when he's a senior.
Yeah, and Coach Plumlee talks about these kids, putting 20 pounds on them, putting 15, 20 pounds on them, growing them up and getting a little weight on them. Here we go.
Ron, did you see who the block was he went through to make that tackle?
Yes, I did. He was out there.
Here's the snap. Give his Dupree up the middle. He's going to fall forward to around the 50-yard line, pick up a 3 there. But that was, I believe that was Harris that he fought through the block of and made the play.
Yeah, it was quick enough to get – Harris couldn't get to him and got around him, and
we're looking at second and probably 7.5. They're going to call it 8, but that's not a run that's going to give you the warm fuzzies at all.
No,
but it's a run that keeps you in position to be able to move the chains on this drive.
Yeah, positive yards.
Will be 2nd and 8 from the 49. Here is the give to Dupree, and he is hit and dropped in the backfield all the way back to the 45-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and around 12.
That looked like the Bonner kid. Can't pronounce that first name. I'm not going to try.
And one thing we've learned over the last 2 or 3 weeks, we don't have a lot of 3rd and 12 plays in the book. So you're asking Watson probably to put the ball in the air, or we're probably going to have to do some sort of misdirection, come back the other way.
Our 3rd and long plays down there on the sideline.
Well, it's Evan Myers in at quarterback. Twins to each side. Here's the snap to Myers, looking to throw.
He's had Carter open.
He's going to be dropped in the backfield, unable to avoid this pressure. And we have a flag.
Well, be interesting to see what that's going to be.
Yeah, it is. It was called right there.
Sideline warning.
Huh?
Yeah, when I hear the coach yell, "Get on the track!"
Get on the track.
Yeah. So that's.
You could tell it didn't really look like it had anything to do with the play.
And speaking of, how about giving both of these teams a lot of credit? We played a really clean football game through the first, hard-fought game. Both teams are playing physical football and playing clean football. And when you have, and we talk about, our defense. Young is athletic, and obviously they're very athletic. That's usually a formula for a lot of holds, but both teams have done a real good job of not doing that.
Well, they're well coached.
That penalty threw us off a little bit, and play clock got down. Malvern had to end up using a timeout. So with 7:11 left here in the second quarter, we'll be back after this.
Farmers Bank and Trust is proud to bring you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Farmers Bank and Trust.
Welcome you back into Claude Mann Stadium, David Alpe Field. Leopards facing a 4th and 19, ball all the way back to the 38-yard line. 7 minutes and 11 seconds left here in the half. Chase McAllister back to punt. Snap is high, but it is fielded. No pressure, so able to have time. His punt will take a Malvern bounce. Looks like it's going to go out somewhere near the 15-yard line. See how far the ref goes. 16.
That is a good way to flip the field.
And that's a big part of what you're trying to do when you're trying to shorten the game and, just try to limit possessions. One thing that will help you limit possessions is make them go a long way because it takes more plays to get somewhere, obviously. And so if you can eliminate the big play and you can make them, facilitate long drives, you're going a long way to trying to accomplish your goal, which is try to limit the number of possessions that both teams have.
1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Senators come with a tight trips formation to the right. Man split out wide to the left. Here's the snap. Give is to the back up the middle. Not a whole lot there. He's going to be driven backwards for a loss on 1st down. Looks like it might be a big loss.
Yeah, our front seven's really stepping up.
It is, and I think that if you would have asked, so-called high school football experts, I don't think that they would have projected or foreseen Robinson having as much trouble running the football. I mean, this Malvern defense has really, really stepped up, and outside of hitting, a couple of long slant kind of post route looking routes, they've really done a good job against Robinson today. 2nd
and 15, ball on the 11-yard line. Trips left, Twins right. Empty backfield, quarterback looking to throw. He's going deep, and it is dropped. Almost a tremendous catch made. Tyler Golden comes in, puts a hit on him, but it squirts free as he hits the ground.
And there's that old man Junior again. Tyler Golden, we talked about the importance of bringing some of that. We're talking about a junior as your veteran leadership, but that's where this defense is right now, and did a really good job of getting back into that deep zone coverage and making just enough of play on the ball. And you could really tell right there the athleticism of some of these Robinson players because that was been a tough grab, but he gave it a really good shot at catching the football.
3rd and 15. Bring a man in motion from right to left. We got a flag. It looks like it's going to be a delay of game. That's going to back Robinson up even more.
You when you're playing a team like Robinson that's pretty well run roughshod over everybody else, here you are, 6:14 left in the first half. You're 0-0. You got your back to the wall almost. When does the panic set in, Ben?
Well, luckily for them, they've not given up any points, so I don't know that they're going to panic. But they're certainly going to be getting frustrated offensively.
Up over the 20 and dropped around the 25-yard line.
So now they've
4th and short.
Now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, that was he dropped back to pass, and that middle opened up, Seth, and he had a long way to go.
I'm not sure that wasn't designed all the way.
That may have been.
But listen to these point totals that they've had this year. Now they lost 60-28 to Pulaski Academy, but everybody gets beat by that much by Pulaski Academy. They've scored 47, 21. Those are both against classifications higher. 48, 56, 62. They score a bunch of points.
4th and 1. Robinson gonna go for it. Quarterback draw up the middle, and he's second effort made. The ball came out. They're gonna rule him down.
Wow.
I think he's gonna be short regardless.
I don't know. Yeah, it should be.
The only difference is had it been a fumble, it would have been 6 for the Leopards.
Wow.
They're going to call first down?
Wow. Look at JD. What JD said. Wait a minute.
He's wanting a timeout to talk to the official.
Yeah.
We're not even going to measure that?
Wow.
That's going to be a timeout, Malvern, and we'll take it with them. With 5:27 left in the second quarter, we'll be back after this. 0-0.
Teal Dentistry is a proud supporter of Malvern Athletics. Doctors Jesse and Matt Teal provide a full family dentistry service. From checkups to cleanings to dentures, Teal Dentistry loves working with patients of all ages and strives to make every smile bright. Stop by and meet the friendly staff at Teal Dentistry and let them brighten your smile. Teal Dentistry, 927 South Main Street in Malvern, or call for an appointment, 501-337-9559.
Welcome you back into Claude Mann Stadium as the Leopards caught the raw end on that deal. And from our vantage point, it looked like it had to be close, at least warrant a measurement.
It demanded a measurement, and Robinson really got out of a deep hole right there with a little bit of help, maybe whatever. Of course, the big third down play is what got him out of the shadow of the goal, and then that.
Well, I mean, that's
fumble
huge, though,
or whatever.
Ron. You're looking at taking the ball over at the 25-yard line.
Yes, you are.
1st and 10, ball on the 26. They look like they moved every single time. That's the first time it's been called. Maybe if nothing else, that timeout woke the officials up a little bit.
I think JD woke the
Well, I mean, when you go back and watch this, or if you're watching live, every single play looks like somebody is moving before the snap.
Switching.
That 5-yard penalty will back the ball up to the 21-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 15. 5:25 left here in the half, still scoreless. Robinson comes to the line, trips left, twins right. Empty backfield.
We don't have them covered. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Gets the play from the sideline. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Quick out to the receiver.
That's
breaks
trouble.
the first tackle, and now he's got a lot of room.
Yeah.
Carter Martin got a good angle. Tyler Golden able to make the tackle, but big play there for Robinson.
Yeah. Yeah, we missed that first tackle out there, and he just didn't have quite correct angle. And when Ben said that was trouble, he was.
Yeah. And if they can get 3-on-3 on the outside, they're going to do that, a lot. Or they're going to give it a try.
They're going quick. Give is to the back up the middle. Gets up over the 20-yard line down to the 19.
But you have to give credit where credit's due. Carter Martin and Golden. I tell you what,
angles.
Tyler and there was another one down there. They ran him down with the correct angles.
Geometry being used.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma mess.
See, now they got 3-on-2 on the outside over there.
Here's the snap. Quarterback wanted to throw, but Jabril Artis was right in the lane.
Was.
He had nowhere to go. He's going to be dropped for a loss. Bring up 3rd and 7.
And that's one of the things. I don't know exactly how tall Jabril is. He's tall. He's a big, tall kid. And if he can get into that passing lane, which is really a good thing because they had numbers on us out there.
Yeah.
They had 3 guys and we only had 2 defenders. He's a tough one to get the football over if he can get in the passing lane for sure.
3rd and 7, twins to each side. Ball on the 20-yard line. Just over 4 minutes left. Bring a man in motion to make it trips to the right.
Yeah.
Quarterback looking to throw. Releases it over the middle, and it's intercepted by Carradine. He's up over the 15, the 20. Gets a block and steps out of bounds just short of the 35-yard line. Nice play there by Carradine.
In the background, listen to this Malvern crowd.
They're excited. This almost reminds me a little bit of if you've been watching the Razorbacks, what the Razorbacks do. They blitz 3 or 4, and they play that kind of umbrella defense is what the Razorbacks call it. And you look at, we just had so many guys in the zone. We were not blitzing. We were not bringing a lot of pressure. We were just counting on that front 3 or 4 to kind of do what they needed to do, put a bunch of guys in the passing lanes, and we're able to pick one off and ended up having, you'll start your drive at the 33 and not feel too bad about it.
I'd rather start it back at the 25 where we should have, but
you're holding a grudge, Seth. You're holding a grudge.
Let it go, brother. Let it go.
Right, I am. 1st and 10, ball on the 33-yard line. Trips to the right. Here's the snap, fakes the give. Will be Watson up over the middle. He'll get one down to the 34-yard line.
I'm going to tell you, that's really good discipline by that Robinson linebacker. We had flow going one way, and that's a good sell. Yeah. I mean, that's a good fake pitch. We have the other back going in that direction. It is so easy for linebackers who love to hunt the football to follow flow, to follow where it looks like you're sending the football, and for him to file in and play good gap discipline. What you're hoping for is that linebacker to take a false step and follow the ball, and then if he does, you got a big play. But give the linebacker credit. He filled his gap.
2nd and 9. Give his to Dupree up the middle. He's going to get up over the 25 and does a nice second effort to fall even further forward. Down to around the 38-yard line. Bring up 3rd and manageable.
A lot of arms. I mean, look, just trying to drag him, and Dupree just kept pushing his arms and fighting through. And, I would say, 3 of those were just his effort and his desire to pick up extra yards.
3rd and 4, ball on the 38-yard line. 2:40 left here in the half. Score still 0-0. Malvern comes to the line, trips to the left, up back on the left as well, back to the right of Watson. Here's the snap, give is to Dupree. He cuts it up, gets over the 40, down to the 42, and that's going to be close. We'll see if we get the benefit of the doubt.
I bet they decide to measure this one now.
I don't. Now they're. No.
Oh, that's not a good spot. I thought he clearly got over the 40 or the 42.
Well, the ball, the nose of the ball's over the 42,
and they're not going to measure that one though.
No. Look at the nose of the ball and look where the stake is on the other side.
Well, that's a
43.
That's a good 12 inches back to where I thought they initially were going to spot it.
I'm sorry, I was looking at the 42 and not the 43.
Leopards look like they're going to go for it. Twins right. 4th and 1. Here's the snap. Give is to Dupree. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to get up near the 50-yard line, have plenty of room for the first down. He's still fighting. But they're going to blow his forward progress down at the 49-yard line.
That kid's grown up, and we're just watching him grow up. I mean, and
I'm not real sure that they ever actually did stop his forward progress.
I don't know.
Now, to be fair, I mean, I guess that, when we thought we had a fumble on the other end, maybe they're just being, overly cautious with injuries, which I guess you'd rather be overly cautious with that
than hurt a kid.
Get unnecessary hits in.
Here's the snap, fakes the give to Dupree to be Watson. Tries to
got a face mask.
There's the flag.
Wow. I mean, the side judge wouldn't even call it here. Wow. Not only that, he had him by his face mask when he's down on his back. Wouldn't let go.
It almost looked like Watson was trying to hand that ball off, and Dupree just didn't know. Just run behind me.
Go ahead, just follow me. Follow me, Brady.
I got just followed him in. But
I got this. Follow me.
I tell you what, 15 yards, and all of a sudden, minute 18, you've got an opportunity to be the last team to touch the football or hopefully score with not a lot of time left. And
Leopards are working with one timeout. Ball on the 33-yard line, 1st and 10. Come to the line, Twins right, up back on the left. Here's the snap. Watson looking to run. Now bounces it outside, cuts up. Gets up or down over the 30, down to the 29-yard line. Bring up around 2nd and 6.
And Leopards look like they want to go fast here.
Yeah, you got to go fast. If you don't have much in the way of a passing game and you got to go 30 yards on the ground, you got to kind of rush it if you only got a minute left.
Here's the snap. Watson gives. Dupree on the
That's
run. He has a little bit of room. He gets up over the 20, 15, 10.
What
makes another man miss, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds around the 3-yard line.
Wow. I thought he was going to get in because he made 2 miss him. And
I tell you what, I'll give you the first 12 yards to the offensive line, and the rest of it is going to go to Dupree.
Yeah.
When we talk about team effort running the football, that's what we're talking about. Offensive line did a great job of sealing the edge, moving the line of scrimmage, getting Dupree to the second level, and everything after that was all Dupree making guys miss, using his speed. taking good angles to get what he can.
First and goal, ball on the 4-yard line. 35 seconds left in the half. Here's the snap. Watson looking to run. Got a little bit of room. And he's in.
Scored.
Touchdown, Malvern. Leopards score with 31.7 seconds left in the half to take the lead, 6-0.
So we may go for 2 on this one.
Well, we did not see Rodea kicking in the pregame. So I would say, and things were not looking good. We'll just be honest. If we're going to be honest about it, things were not looking great.
Coach Plumlee
with the
wants
kicking game. And
he wants the ball spotted on the left hash. I mean, we're probably going for it.
That means you're not kicking the extra point. That's what that means. So.
Yeah.
Leopards will attempt the 2-point conversion. Going to come out Twins right, up back off the left. Dupree is the back right of Watson. Here's the snap. Watson looking to run. He's not going to get it. With 31.7 seconds left in the half, Leopards lead at 6-0. We'll be back after this. Welcome you back into Claude Mann Stadium, David Alpe Field. Leopards take the ball down the field after the interception of Carradine. Something near a 67-yard drive to punch in the first score of the game. 31.7 seconds left. Your Leopards lead were they number 1 in 4A?
I believe that's true.
By some, if not all, polls.
I got to tell you, this is a very dangerous situation.
Right now,
when you have a team that's this athletic.
Yeah, kicking off.
McAllister set to kick for the Leopards. He angles it to the left. Going to be fielded around the 15-yard line.
Stay your lanes. There you are. You got it.
You'll take that all day.
Yeah, you will.
Run out around the 27. 26.8 seconds left. Robinson has one timeout to work with.
Yeah, we wonder what the Senators will do. You know, will they try to get that speed behind our safeties, or, you know, they 26 seconds, well, 27, 28, 26.8. I'll get it out in a minute.
We got to round up to 27.
We got to round up to set 27 from my Oklahoma math and see what happens here.
He's currently taking off his shoes to count toes. Twins to each side, 1st and 10, ball on the 27-yard line. That looked like motion again. They're setting up a screen and able to get it complete up over the field. Now got a little bit of room to run. Going to be run out of bounds by Carradine, and again, it just looks like every single time.
Obvious motion here on their right side, on our left side.
And certainly a lot of teams probably would have taken a knee right there, but they've got so many playmakers.
Yeah.
You can spread them out. You can try to pick your spot, look to the sideline, see who the coach wants to try to get the ball to, try to take advantage of some situations.
Ball on the 47. Robinson looking to throw, now going to tuck it under. He's got a little bit of room to run, and he's going to step out just short of the 40. Actually, we're going to call it the 43-yard or 43-yard line.
9.5 seconds.
And they still have one timeout. So, you know.
Holding.
Well, that's good.
Holding on Robinson. Did not see the flag.
I didn't either.
I didn't see the flag. To me, they have missed so many motions that I don't even see holding.
But I'll tell you this, you know, with the timeout, they can still throw to the middle of the field.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you know, in a situation where they were out of timeouts, you pretty much guard the sidelines and you guard the deep middle. But right here, that play where they picked up 25, 30 yards on those, you know, deeper slants, kind of post routes, that's open to them right now because they do have the timeout to stop the clock.
1st and 16 looking to throw. Man out towards the sideline, going to fall incomplete into the Robinson bench. 5.7 seconds left.
Looks like was that Angel Perez out there again? Boy, I tell you, yeah, it is. Kids really played a good ball game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to tell you.
Kind of watch him grow up.
I don't know if we got time, but maybe we could go cook some brownies for that defensive staff. They put together a great game plan for this first half.
At this point, guys, you can't get beat over the top. 5.7. This is likely a Hail Mary type situation.
And you can see the cushion that the Leopards are giving their wide receivers. I mean, they'll give them something underneath for sure, but they're going to have to chunk it deep or try to make a play.
Twins to each side. Quick little screen pass out there just to see what he can do. Going to go out of bounds harmlessly.
Well played.
And, guys, as
Great half.
we mentioned in the pregame, we've had this game close at halftime numerous times, and that's what Coach Plumlee's got to preach when he goes in.
But the adjustments we've made with kids being hurt, kids coming back and playing, and I can't say enough. I'm kind of like Ben, and you can't say enough about what this defensive staff has done, what they have prepared for, and preparing for a team like Roberts has got to be it's not a full nightmare. It's going to keep you up past 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, yeah, to put it in perspective, okay, last week they scored 62 points against Nashville. Now, I know Nashville's not the Nashville that we've all become accustomed to over the last.
That's still 62
But
points.
it's 62 points against Nashville.
Yeah.
Okay, and so they have not scored a point in the first half against us. I think mad props has to go to that defensive team on our side. And I'll tell you what, give them to the offense too. No turnovers.
No turnovers.
I've not given them the short field. Well done as far as I'm concerned.
That'll do it for the half. Leopards lead 6-0. We'll be back after some words from our sponsors.
Red River Dodge of Malvern is thrilled to support the Leopards on the gridiron this season. Make sure you rush over to malverndodge.com to check out all the rebates on our new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams. We can't wait to support these guys all season. They work so hard all year long to represent our community on and off the field. Help us cheer on the team tonight. Go Leopards!
Good, bro? I mean, you all right, Chief? You all right, Chief?
Uh-oh. malverndodge.com. Go Leopards!
Welcome you back into Claude Mann Stadium, David Alpe Field, as we get ready to kick off the second half. Leopards currently lead the number 1 team in 4A, the Robinson Senators, 6-0. Robinson will be receiving the second half kickoff. About as good of a half as you could draw up if you're a Leopard fan, guys.
Yeah, particularly Ben, let's go back to that last 2.5, 3 minutes. With Robinson's driving deep into our territory. Carradine on the pick, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Carradine gets a pick, runs it out, 25, 30 yards.
Yeah.
Leopards go down and score. They stop, and to me, that's a 14-point swing. Any way you look at it.
And also take into consideration that you ran
13.
a
13 minutes that we missed. Okay.
You ran the 2-minute drill with a 5-minute offense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is an offense that is meant to take a lot of time to get down. Just the nature of running the football with a lot of tight ends and blocking backs, and we did it in 1:10
without throwing a pass.
That's absolutely right. So big time props there, and just the will to win. Two big fourth down stops deep in our own territory. Tough touchdown run. It's just the will to win right now. I would say the Leopards had the edge just in the mental game. Yeah,
the thing we're going to have to just really be careful of and watch, I know our coaches too, is, and Seth brought it up before we come on there, let's see what adjustments Robinson has made, and we got to expect they're going to make some.
McAllister's kick going to land at the 25, fielded at the 22, up over the 30.
Well,
going to be driven backwards from there as Angel Perez was trying to rip the ball out.
Angel Perez was there first, and he got help from Artis and 2 or 3 other Leopards. But, that good open field tackles. He sets them up just outside, what's that, about the 31, Seth? Yeah.
32.
I've been a yard off all night. At least a yard or two.
Sometimes
some would argue so have they.
Sometimes you get injuries, and nobody likes injuries, obviously, but sometimes somebody steps into a position and they open your eyes and they step up, and Perez is one of those guys that's really taken advantage and done that for us.
Here's the snap, give to the back, up the middle. Going to be met by Artis as he gets to the 35-yard line, gain of 3 on first down.
Boy, that was just a matter of, Artis just stepping in there. Jabari stepped in, filled a hole, and held him to, let's give him 3 yard?
3 yards.
I got a yardage right.
2nd and 7, ball on the 35. Twins right, split left. Here is the snap. Give his to the back. Tries to bounce it out wide. Nice play by Jabari Artis. He's going to bring him down for a loss of 3.
I can't say enough things about number 6. Got nice things.
We've talked a lot. We've had games where the secondary has really played huge. We've had games where the defensive line's played huge. Today, the linebackers, particularly Artis and Perez have really kind of taken over this, the defensive side of the football. And today is so far it's been the linebackers' day for this defensive group.
3rd and 10, ball on the 32. Twins to each side, back to the right of the quarterback. Here's the snap.
Looked like the wide receiver was moving.
Now going to tuck it under and going to be dropped right around the 38-yard line. Going to be about 4th and 4.
We'll see what the Senators do here.
One of the things you'll notice that the defensive staff is doing is they're kind of disguising coverages with moving guys along. At first it looked like we were going to be playing maybe a cover 1. We dropped another guy back, and we're in cover 2.
Yeah.
4th and 4 from the 38. Robinson looking to go for it, looking to throw, trying to find somebody. Now not there. Going to be, he's still going forward. I thought he was going to be dropped, but he did a nice second effort to get the first down.
Yeah, I did. The quarterback really did a good job of dragging and fighting and twisting and turning, and picked up that 1.5 yards he needed. Otherwise, I thought we had him there for a while.
Initially, he was stopped about 2 yards short, and then went into a pile, and all of a sudden we saw a white jersey fall forward to pick up the first down.
And they tried to hit that slant, deep kind of post, play that they've heard us on a couple of times, and almost could have been contact downfield because we tied him up pretty good, but one thing for sure, it wasn't open. He wasn't going to complete it.
1st and 10 from the 43, looking to throw
There's that
again.
slant again.
Oh, it's intercepted at the 45, now over the 50, and going to be dropped as he comes across the other 45 down to the 43-yard line.
Good.
That was Hunter Adams.
And that's another linebacker and another sophomore, and he's another guy that has seen a lot of playing time because we've seen, injuries, and not even necessarily injuries to the defensive side, but the injuries on the offensive side have caused a lot of those linebackers that were primarily defensive players, guys like Braylon Watson, they're playing a lot more offense, so it's providing opportunities. And Hunter Adams is another guy that has seen his playing time this year really skyrocket. And there's another linebacker making a big-time play for the Leopard defense.
He's got the gold chain on, too.
1st and 10 from the 43. Watson looking to run. He lowers the shoulder and falls forward for a gain of around 5 on first down.
If you're just picking us back up, we're 9:22, 9:23 here in the third quarter. The Leopards are leading number 1 ranked Robinson 6-0, and with the ball moving toward the Robinson goal line.
One of the things I always wanted to do with the turnovers, we wanted to have an oven down there with real turnovers, and whenever you got a turnover, you went and ate a pastry turnover.
I could see somebody throwing that up. 2nd and 5 from the 38. Here's the snap. It's low, fielded by Watson. Does a nice job of picking it up and getting some positive yardages.
He's close.
He's going to be about a yard short, but he's going to be at the 34-yard line, 3rd and 1.
That wasn't. I'm sitting right here on top of that, and that was not a favorable spot.
And I'll tell you, offensively, it seems like our offensive line is kind of starting to get some momentum, starting to get some juice, starting to get some, momentum on their side, and. The defensive unit, the linebackers have controlled it. Right now, the offensive line is really, when you consider the star power on this Robinson defense for the offensive line to have this kind of success, big time props to them.
3rd and 1. Here's the snap give is to Dupree. Looking to go outside, now cuts it up. He's going to be close. Looks like he's going to be short.
Terrible spot.
4th and what's going to be inches.
Wow.
Less than a
as a
yard.
matter of fact, they have him losing yardage. Now they gave him a little bit. I may have a terrible – maybe I'm looking at the wrong angle.
He's got him. It's probably 3/4 of a yard from what I'm looking at to get there. So
I thought he had advanced the ball further than that than where they spotted it was my complaint.
I know 1 yard is 3 feet, so I don't know what 3/4 of 3 feet is, but it's
going to be 4th and inches for the Leopards. Power formation. To Watson. He's looking to go forward. Not going to get
lost yardage right there.
He's going to be dropped short of the line to gain. Big play by the Senator defense.
Yeah, Senator defense stepped up and made a stop then, like the Leopards have a couple times on them. And that to me looked like a little bit of a slow developing play to me, didn't it? To you, Ben?
Yeah, and I
don't know what the play was, but it looked like it didn't look real smooth. That's what I'm trying,
Well, what they've kind of been doing, and you have to throw a new wrinkle out every week because we're really limited in the passing game. And so we're seeing a lot more Braylon Watson and Dupree in the backfield at the same time and kind of working off of each other and running some option type looks.
Got a flag here.
Yeah.
And
finally.
And so, that's kind of the new wrinkle that we've thrown in this week, and it's been successful. And obviously, when you give it to the tailback, it's going to be faster developing than if the quarterback keeps it.
Yes,
because you got to fake the handoff in order for the quarterback to keep it. And so I guess depending on that particular read, he decided to keep it, which is going to make that play develop a little more slowly than if you just hand it to the back.
1st and 15, Robinson comes to the line in some kind of wildcat. 2 people acting like they're going to get the snap. He's got a little bit of room to run, breaks a tackle, and he's going to be gone.
He's gone, yeah. Broke a tackle, and that's one thing that Coach talked about we had to do. We had to tackle in space, and we've got him stopped for like a 4 or 5 yard gain and breaks a tackle, and he's off to the races.
That's going to tie the ball game at 6 with 7:20 left. Robinson extra point away from taking the lead.
So all those little things, they kind of add up. I mean, well, they're not little. I mean, a spot here, whether you get a good spot over on the other side, whether he actually fumbled the football on the other side. I mean, when you're playing a good football team and things don't fall in your direction, it can be playing uphill.
Kick is good with 7:20 left in the third quarter. Robinson leads your Leopards 7-6. We'll be back after this. Welcome you back into Claude Mann Stadium, David Alpe Field. Kick is going to be fielded at the 10-yard line. I believe that's Carter Martin up over the 20, 25-30, 35-40, and he's going to step out. There's going to be a flag.
His own man hit him in the back. That was not our guy that hit him in the back. So that's kind of frustrating.
I believe that's what Coach Plumlee's trying to argue as well.
That was definitely a white jersey that hit a white jersey in the back. And that's unless we hit the white jersey in the back that hit the other white jersey in the back. But
they are going to call it, so that will back the Leopards up on what would have been great starting field position from the 42. Back it up to the 32.
Yeah, it's nice. Not wasted, but golly, it's nice to see Martin get out there and show some of that speed he's got. I'd like to get him out here in the open field a little bit.
And look at all the white jerseys in the box. They are daring the Leopards to throw the football, which that's probably good schematic football at this point.
1st and 10 from the 32. Here's the snap. Give is Dupree up the middle. Breaks a few tackles, still falling forward. Going to get across to the 40-yard line. Gain of 8 on 1st down.
Nice. Ben, there goes your offensive line again. Nice job.
Yeah, and you had the center, Jack Bullhouse, working to the second level. He got a chip on his guy, got out here to the safety, and was driving this number 7 to the back.
Jackson is one of those guys that talking to the offensive coaches, they're high as a kite on this kid because there's nobody works any harder, puts any more in the weight room, works any harder than he does, and he's another sophomore.
2nd and 2. Here's the snap. Give is to Dupree again. Bounces it out wide. Gets across the 40, breaks a tackle, but unable to stay in.
Good.
They're going to give him the 45, which will be enough for a 1st down, Leopards.
And this is something, excuse me, Ben, this is something that I think is important. The Leopards answering after that score.
Yeah, big time. We talk about in the center position. Jack's a smart kid too, and that center position, you almost have to have a valedictorian there because that center position. I did, but I liked outside linebacker. I was smart enough to play the position, not big enough to play the position. I'll say that.
1st and 10. Here's the snap. Fakes
nice
the pitch.
fake.
It'll be Watson who gets upfield.
Oh, I tell you what.
Get up to the 48-yard line.
And we saw that before, and I mentioned it. That's the fake pitch. You get in that time the linebacker bit a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, but not near enough.
But when you're that fast, you can kind of correct yourself. And that's what happened.
Gain of 3 will make it 2nd and 7. Ball on the 48-yard line. Leopards come to the line. Twins to each side. Dupree to the right of Watson. Here's the snap. Fakes the pitch again. Now looking to throw. Looking for Jabral Artis, but slightly overthrown. Trying to catch Robinson off guard. Bring up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, we had 2 receivers in pretty much the same area right there that Trey Richardson was out there, and they had had a safety in the corner out there.
And that's one where you kind of looked like Jabral was trying to catch the ball a little too soon. It looked like he could have, just keep running the route hard would have been better. But that's the kind of pass almost anyone can complete in that you got a guy that tall, you just throw a jump ball. You don't have to be real accurate. You just have to get it in the vicinity.
3rd and 7. Here's the snap. Fakes to Dupree. Wilby Watson up the middle. Gets across the 50 down to the other 48. Where it'll bring up 4th and about 3 maybe?
Yeah.
3 or 4.
It'll be interesting to see what Coach Plumlee wants to do here.
We have been going for these 4th and relatively short situations, around midfield. I suspect that's probably what's going to happen here, and this could be one of those big momentum swings. I mean, if they get the ball, at midfield after they just scored, and
I believe the Leopards are going to let the clock run down and take a timeout.
And consequently, if you get the first down, that can be a big boost to your morale.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So with 5:19 left here in the 3rd quarter, Leopards trail 7-6. Got a decision to make when we get back.
Orange Outdoor is ready to serve your outdoor needs at both their Hot Springs and Malvern locations. Orange carries the #1 tractor brand in the world, Mahindra, as well as tractors by Coyote, John Deere, Kubota, LT, and Massey Ferguson. For your residential lawn needs, Horn carries zero-turn mowers by Hustler and Spartan. Horn also carries a full line of outdoor power tools. For all of your outdoor needs, visit Horns at 3505 North Highway 171 in Malvern or at 3034 Albert Pike in Hot Springs.
Welcome you back into
Oh, man.
Claude Mann Stadium. What you don't want to see there is Leopards have to bring a man in late after a timeout, and he obviously was not clued in to the fact that we were trying to draw them off sides. He's going to jump off and move the Leopards back, and now we'll take the decision, most likely out of the hands.
I don't know.
Expect to see a punt.
We'll see. Here come, we're bringing in a bunch of bodies in now.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the kind of errors that we just cannot have anytime, especially against a team like Robinson. But, hey, just another time for the defense to step up, guys.
It is 4th and 8 now. Ball back on the 47-yard line. McAllister, we got false start again, and the Leopards are going backwards.
It's kind of, I will say this, and I don't care. Hey, we're not doing anything that they weren't doing in the first half, less of it on the procedure calls. Maybe the coaches crawled on them enough. They're watching it on both sides, Seth.
Oh, high snap fielded by McAllister. That ball is straight up in the air. It's going to take a Robinson bounce.
Oh, boy.
It's
wow,
about a net 3-yard punt. Things unraveling a little bit for the Leopards. See if we can steady ourselves defensively.
Yeah.
Yeah, the defense is really going to need to come up with a stop here to just kind of slow the tempo down a little bit. I mean, honestly, that's what you need. And, we used to, in baseball, have a phrase, stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
Now it's not it's a flesh wound right now. I mean, we're down 1, but
right.
Just a mere flesh wound.
But
just a scratch.
But it's dangerously teetering on being much worse than that.
Back in that Wildcat formation goes Robinson, follows his blocker. Getting up over the 35-yard line, still going somehow, just breaking tackle after tackle, all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And I don't know, I guess basketball maybe, but football is such a game of momentum and emotion.
Oh, yeah.
And, you can definitely tell that the momentum and the emotion has definitely flopped over from the Leopards over to the Senators at this point.
Yeah, Leopards need something good. They need a turnover or something good to happen right here.
Wildcat formation again, and they are just ripping off chunk after chunk down to the 14-yard line. Another first down for the Senators.
Guys, I tell you what, we're 4:42 left here in the third quarter in this 7-6 ball game. Our defense has been out there a lot.
Hurry up offense here for Robinson. Stay in the same formation. This time snap off the right side.
Got
a lot of room,
touchdown.
and he's going to score. But there is going to be a flag, and it is going to go against Robinson.
Yeah, and that was behind the play, too.
Jabri Artis was held.
Yeah.
And that'll back Robinson up 10.
And, it's been my experience that good football players get held more often than the bad ones.
Well, yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah. It's like
the better you are, the more likely you are to get held. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, and the guy's like, oh, let me grab a hold of something and hang on.
1st and 17 now, ball on the 21-yard line. Robinson will stay in the same formation. Here's the snap, looking to run off the right side. Now bounces it out wide.
And that was something that we've not I don't remember seeing from Robinson. They actually snapped that directly to the up back.
Yeah.
No, if you'll look, Ben, they both got their hands out. This is exactly what they did last year when they started gaining momentum in the second half on us. It's a two-back set. Both of them will have their hands out, and they just snap to one of them.
Yeah.
Got a flag.
Well, if they stopped it before the play, that's probably going to be on the offense, I would think.
Yeah.
There's a false start. That'll back Robinson up another 5.
No, at least they're calling it. Because we weren't getting those calls in the first half, Seth. And that left side of their line was it looked like the St. Vitus dance.
And we've gotten a significant amount of help from Robinson here, and so we need to make sure that we make them pay and not allow them to pick up the first down on 2nd and long.
2nd and 15 from the 19. Here's the snap. Looking to run up the middle. Breaks the first tackle, now bounces to the outside. Got a lot of room, and he will score.
Yeah, that's a different look offensively than what we saw in the first half.
That guy.
Well, they put two really good athletes back there, and they just pick which one they're going to snap to.
Well, that's what Coach Plumlee was talking about this morning. They have so many offensive weapons and can use them in so many different ways. And, you got two guys back there that, you don't know. First of all, the defense doesn't know who's going to get the ball, and then you have to make the decision after that.
Yeah, well, that guy's athletic enough that you have to make an open field tackle in traffic. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Kick is good. So with 4:13 left in the third quarter, score is Robinson 14, Malvern 6. We'll be back after this.
Teal Dentistry is a proud supporter of Malvern Athletics. Doctors Jesse and Matt Teal provide a full family dentistry service. From checkups to cleanings to dentures, Teal Dentistry loves working with patients of all ages and strives to make every smile bright. Stop by and meet the friendly staff at Teal Dentistry and let them brighten your smile. Teal Dentistry, 927 South Main Street in Malvern, or call for an appointment, 501-337-9559.
Welcome you back into Claude Mann Stadium, David Alpe Field. Robinson extends their lead to 14-6. Kick is away. Going to be fielded by Dupree around the 9-yard line. He's up over the 10, the 15, the 20. Now has a little bit of room across the 25. Backing over the 30. Down to the 32, 33-yard line.
We mentioned earlier that Robinson's balance. This is how balanced they are coming into this game. They're averaging 240 yards passing a game and 218 rushing a game. And balance is not necessarily running the same amount of plays, rushing plays and passing plays. It's not getting necessarily roughly the same number of yards. It's not, going for 250 and 100. It's being able to do what you need to do based on what the defense is giving you. And Robinson has kind of figured out what the Leopards are giving them, and they're able to.
10, pitch out to Dupree. He gets over the 35 down to the 36-yard line.
And Robinson's been able to capitalize on that. And one of the things that was Sed's injury, we've seen that the Leopards have not been particularly balanced. They're very run heavy, and so that, that's the wrinkles are trying to offset that. This week it's kind of the having Dupree and Braylon in the backfield at the same time, kind of giving an option look. And so,
yeah, unfortunately, it's still a 99% running game, though.
Second and 7 will be Watson up the middle, nothing there. He's going to be dropped for a loss back to the 35-yard line. Going to be 3rd and 8.
And, really, Ben, that makes it pretty, it doesn't make it really difficult for a defensive staff to prepare for when, we're going to throw, maybe 5 or 6 passes a game, maybe.
Right, and so what you have to do is you have to be balanced in your running game. You have to run inside. You have to run outside. You have to have different guys in the backfield that force linebackers to have different keys and different reads. And so that's what we have been trying to accomplish
3rd and
offensively.
8, here's the snap. Watson looking to run outside, nothing there. He's going to be dropped for a loss all the way back to the 31-yard line. It's going to be 4th and long.
And it's kind of it's kind of like blood in the water right now for Robinson. They've kind of figured some things out on offense. They've moving the football. They've figured some things out on defense. They're getting penetration and getting into the backfield. So the Leopards, it may take a big play, a turnover, something like that to kind of turn the tide and get the momentum going back in the Leopards' favor.
McAllister back to punt. That snap sails over his head. He's going to pick it up around the 2-yard line and just get tackled there.
Could have punted it still.
Yes.
Yeah, those are the kind of things I tell you what, you really hate to see it happen to the Leopards because it's been such a hard-fought, clean game, and then right here with 2:10 left in the third quarter and just giving up a couple scores and then turn it over to them inside.
We've teetered on that all night.
That's what I was about to say.
The snaps have been high.
We've been playing with fire with those snaps.
I agree.
A lot tonight and got burned that time.
1st and goal from the 3. Going to stay with the 2-quarterback formation. Here is Robinson. Breaks one tackle, breaks another, and going to be dropped around the 2-yard line by Jabra Artis.
Yep, Jabra just kind of held on for dear life, was able to extend that and force him to the sideline, and we've got an injured player. That looks like Carter.
Martin.
Carter is down. Looks like he's hurting a little bit. We'll take a timeout while they tend to him. With 1:57 left in the third quarter, Leopards trail 14-6. We'll be back after this. Carter Martin was able to walk off under his own power. We'll bring up a 2nd and 3 from the 3 for Robinson. Fakes the give, then just takes it up the middle, and he will score. Touchdown, Senators.
And, it's really, really dynamic football teams can score in a hurry. They did not have any points in the first half. Within the first 9 minutes or so or 10 minutes, I guess, of the third quarter, they've scored 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, one of them they didn't have very far to go. They almost blocked.
Extra point is good. With 1:52 left in the third quarter, Robinson leads the Leopards 21-6. We'll be back after this.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett. I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Welcome you back into Claude Mann Stadium, David Alpe Field. Leopards trailing in this one 21-6 with 1:52 left in the third quarter. Robinson's kick is away. Going to be fielded at the 8-yard line, drop, but then picked up. Gets up over the 15.
Oh,
and
wow.
Drug down there. I think that might have been Eric Clegg.
Well, they have speed. You have speed like that, put it on special teams and on kick coverage. And,
people wonder, why do you play up in preseason? Why do you play Lakeside, who is, actually I think they're ranked in the top 5, 6, 7 of 5A right now. I mean, Lakeside actually, after they had a rough start. They've ripped off a bunch of wins.
Yes, they have.
Why do you play Lake Hamilton? You know, the reason is because if you don't play good teams in the preseason, you can get overwhelmed in this conference.
Yeah.
And a lot of the reason we haven't been overwhelmed is because we play tough competition.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the 15. Give is to Dupree up the middle. Ooh, one broken tackle away from a big game, but still a pretty good run right there. Looks like he's going to pick up around 3 to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, the Leopards just need to get some 1st and 10s, get some confidence going, and get some of these points back. And it's not an impossibility either, Ben.
No, certainly not. I mean, you're 2 scores down. You're going to need to get a 2-point conversion at some point. The defense kind of has to reassert themselves like they did in the first half. But, I mean, you're going to get 3 or 4 possessions probably.
2nd and 7. Give is to Dupree. Looking to run up the middle. Breaks one tackle up over the 30-yard line. Will be enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, that's a nice misdirection. Like you heard me talk, we called that the old crossbuck in the old days, and it was a well-run play.
But you have to be committed to that. You have to be committed to saying, we're going to be fine. We understand. It may take us 5 minutes to score, but we're committed to that.
Carter Martin back out on the field for the Leopards. Welcome sight.
That is a very welcome sight because, you know, he's got this is his senior year, and he's got a senior year of basketball. You want to make sure he gets to play as well.
Here's the snap. Same play to Dupree, this time well read by Robinson, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Well, there's just a jailbreak right there. I mean, just a lot of white jerseys. That play was snuffed out from the jump.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to end the 3rd quarter here. Leopards gave up 3 touchdowns in the 3rd quarter, and it's 6-21. Leading into the 4th quarter here at Claude Mann Stadium, David Alpe Field, and we'll be back with the 4th and final quarter after these messages.
Daniel Heat and Air provides both residential and commercial heating and cooling services. Daniel Heat and Air is family owned and operated and takes great pride in making their customers feel like family. With over 40 years of service in the Hot Springs and Central Arkansas area, Daniel is ready to serve your needs with certified technicians on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For your heat and air needs, call Daniel Heat and Air at 501-293-0782.
Will be 2nd and 13 for the Leopards. Pitch out to Dupree. He's going to get upfield, but not a lot. Looks like a loss of a few inches. We'll call it no gain.
Yeah. Looked like he might have had a little bit of a hole there and missed it. And
when that happens, because it looks like there's going to be space there for 5, 6, 7 yards, and when it doesn't materialize, when you have this kind of a speed on defense, it's almost like players materialize out of nowhere. Who was the quarterback that said they were seeing ghosts?
That was Sam Darnold.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it's like. People just materialize.
Evan Myers in at QB for the Leopards.
Looking to throw. Sails a little bit high of his intended target. I believe that was Dupree on the fade route.
Might have jumped a little early.
Yeah.
But
going to be 4th and 13 now.
And there for a minute, it looked like the offense might stay out on the field, but I can see now that is not the case.
You know, really, you don't want to. We're 4th and 14, 13. You don't want to turn the ball over, and not make it, and then in a ball game, we're really in. It's just it's a 2-score ball game, and don't give them any more than you have to.
Snap is fielded. Punt is low. Going to be fielded around the 47-yard line, and it got to him quick, so he's got a lot of room to work with.
Yep.
Flag flies as he gets brought down just over the 35-yard line.
Well, I can tell you that this back judge is not in any hurry to go forward, so I suspect that it's going to be coming back.
Normally is in situations like that. Holding. So that'll back them all the way up to the 48-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 from there. 11:04 left here in the ball game. Leopards trail 21-6, looking to get a defensive stop and get back in the game. Robinson going to stay in this same formation they've ran the whole second half and had much success out of.
I'll tell you one thing, the Harris kid plays a lot of snaps, you know it, Ben?
Sure does, both sides of the
A
ball.
lot of snaps.
And he's actually, I think, been more impressive on the defensive side than he has the offensive side. I say that, and he blows the guy up.
Room, puts a move on Carter Martin across the 20. Carter able to bring him down as he crosses the 15.
As soon as I say that, he pulls around and he blows up the defensive end. So seems like every time I say something, somebody proves me wrong. But I'll say this. You talk about his feet. His ability to move. That's the difference between a big high school kid that's 6'7", 370, and an SEC football player.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
1st and 10 from the 14. Here's the snap looking to run off the right side. This time going to be blown up in the backfield by Eric Clegg and Angel Perez.
Yeah, Perez and Clegg did a really good job of running to the ball and running to the ball carrier and throwing him for about a 1.5 yard, 2 yard loss.
Going to bring up 2nd and 12 from the 16-yard line.
Leopards need to turn over, and they need something good to happen here.
They definitely need to keep them out of the end zone here.
Here's the snap, looking to run up the middle. Makes one man miss, now another man miss, and then hit and driven backwards.
Okay, watching the quarterback here, and the first time I really got a good look at the dual threat there. For you old-timers, it looks a lot like some of the plays they used to run in the single wing. That time, it would go to the eye back in the single wing, or the tailback. He did a 360. Yeah. There was a lot of that in the old single wing. I know you guys probably never saw an old single wing or know what I'm talking about. But there was a lot of that direct. They had 3 different people you could snap the ball to.
3rd and 10. Trips left, split right. Pistol formation for Robinson. Going to have to use a timeout. We'll take it with them. With 9:22 left here in the 4th quarter, Robinson leads the Leopards 21-6. We'll be back after this. We got trips left, split right. 3rd and 10. Robinson rolling left, looking to throw. Now going to tuck it under, see what he can get. Gets across the 10, the 5, going to be near the first down, depending on the spot. They're going to give it to him plain as day. Yeah. I don't think he really got as far as they say he did, but neither here nor there. Hadn't agreed with many spots tonight.
Yeah, that was when they ran their true quarterback in, Jack Cleveland, and now they're back to the two-headed monster.
And you got, and they're in a position to get 4 yards or 3 yards in 4 downs to get it.
Yeah.
It is 1st and goal from the 3-yard line.
It makes it really I'll get back to you.
Here is the snap. Actually, it's just a little under handoff there.
Yeah.
Everybody expecting the ball to be snapped. They just ducked it right under to a guy hidden, and he falls forward into the end zone. Little Gus Malzahn type wrinkle.
Yep.
Well, what the Senators can do also with number 4 out there, Cleveland. Cleveland's the junior quarterback, and he's proven to us that he can run, but he can also throw the ball. So he's just another one of that 3 or 4-headed monster, Ben, that they can throw out there, and you don't know exactly what they've got playing.
And really, outside of the interception, he's made a lot of really good decisions today. He's tucked it at the right times, thrown it at the right times. And
kick is good with 8:48 left here in the 4th quarter. Robinson leads 28-6. We'll be back after this.
Teal Dentistry is a proud supporter of Malvern Athletics. Doctors Jesse and Matt Teal provide a full family dentistry service. From checkups to cleanings to dentures, Teal Dentistry loves working with patients of all ages and strives to make every smile bright. Stop by and meet the friendly staff at Teal Dentistry and let them brighten your smile. Teal Dentistry, 927 South Main Street in Malvern, or call for an appointment, 501-337-9559.
Welcome you back into Claude Mann Stadium, David Alpe Field. Robinson coming off of their latest score. Take the lead up to 28-6 with 8:48 left here in the 4th quarter. Leopards have Carter Martin back deep to receive, and I think it's Jalen Dupree on the other side.
I believe that's true. It does look like the number 2.
Here is the kick.
Short kick.
Be short, fielded. Jared Barber. Bobbled it initially, but able to come up with it right at the 38-yard line.
Jared did a really good job then. I think he was surprised the ball came to him. Got into his body, but did an outstanding job of not panicking and getting on the ball.
It'll be interesting to see if we see Evan Myers a little bit more here on this particular possession because you're in a position where you got to score fast. You got to score 3 times now, and you got, that's one touchdown in less than 3 minutes. Every 3 minutes. So,
as you say, Evan Myers in at quarterback. Twins to each side. Dupree to the right of Myers. 1st and 10 from the 38. Little tunnel pass to Carter Martin, makes the first man miss, gets upfield, brought down just short of the 45. We'll give him the 44.
And here's what that does. I mean, they have prepared all week for everything but a throwing quarterback. I can tell you, Robinson's been looking at that 2 tight end set. They've been looking at Braylon and Dupree in the backfield. This is something that they probably did not spend a lot of time practicing against. Maybe you hit one.
Same formation for the Leopards. Meyer looking to throw.
There it is.
Carter Martin trying to time it upright, unable to do so.
Yeah.
Incomplete.
Yeah.
It was almost face guarding, but I got to give the corner credit. He was able to get turned just enough to avoid drawing the flag.
Yeah, I noticed too that Jared Martin, another one of those sophomores, is getting a lot of work out here on the right side in the slot.
Jared Barber,
who did I say? Martin, not Jared Barber.
Martin, lined up next to Carter Martin.
Carter Martin and Jared Barber. I'll get it in a minute.
3rd and 4 from the 44-yard line. Here's the snap. Myers rolling. Pass just a little bit high for his intended target. Falls incomplete. Looking for McAllister there.
Yeah, and that was open.
Yeah, there's some routes open.
You got a guy. He's probably a little amped up because, I mean, these are meaningful snaps. You are not completely out of the ball game right now. They're bringing him in because there's an understanding that if we're going to have a chance to win this football game, we got to throw the football.
Here you go.
We got to get in. We got to score fast. And these are the first real meaningful continuous snaps that he's ever played at the high school level.
Here's the snap. Myers looking to throw. Got McAllister at the 50,
backwards.
And he's going to have enough for the first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, Myers did a really good, Evan did a really good job then of knowing, Tyler. Evan's 12, yes, I got it in a minute. Anyway, Myers did a really good job of knowing where to go to the ball and went there, and his receiver got it there.
1st and 10 from the 50. Twins to each side. Here's the snap. Myers looking to throw. Got Carter Martin at the 45. Able to make the first couple men miss, but then shoestring tackle, going to be a yard short of the first down to the 41-yard line.
And you got to figure that the Leopards want to move fast right here. I mean, they need to, especially if we're not going to get first downs on these passing plays, we either need to get out of bounds or we need to get up and snap the ball quickly.
Going to be 2nd and 1 from the 41. Just under 7.5 minutes left. Dupree's going to be the back to the left. Twins on each side. Myers looking to throw. Going to air it up and going to fall incomplete. Looking for Trey Richardson on the fade route.
Yeah, if Richardson would have crawled up that defensive back's back, then he might have got a call.
Yeah, that's one where you got to do a little bit of acting, maybe.
You got to crawl up. Yeah, if that defensive back's in front of you, you got
something along those lines.
Yeah, you got to crawl up his back and go for the ball and throw your hands up.
Give the official reason because I mean that was not an uncatchable ball. I mean that's one.
He just needed a reason to throw a flag, and we didn't give him enough of a reason.
We do have drama classes. Maybe we need to go try to win an Academy Award.
Leopards going to use a timeout here on a 3rd and 1. 7:17 left here in the 4th quarter, trailing Robinson 28-6. We'll be back after this.
That's a good call right there. The one thing they weren't expecting, they snapped the ball right straight back to the quarterback, and he got through for the 1st and 10.
And you need to take advantage of this stop clock. I mean, as they get ready and they're moving the change, you want to be ready to snap the football as quickly as possible. And if you're the Malvern chain crew, you want to take your time getting set a little bit because they won't start the clock until you're set.
Here's the snap. Myers looking to throw.
Oh.
Looked like it was somewhere in between his 2 receivers there.
Yeah, it looked like
Almost
Dante Cagle
intercepted.
should have been the guy to throw to, but it was behind him. I don't know if that was if Cagle ran the wrong route or if we got a lot of people playing
different places. New position, I guess, or I don't know.
Not a lot of snaps on their behalf right now, so we're kind of going on the fly a little bit.
2nd 10. Myers rolling left, looking to throw. Got a man out there is McAllister. He's going to get up over the 30, down to around the 27-yard line.
Another 1st and 10.
And that's what I'm talking about. The chain crews walking, very good pace by the chain crew. Home field advantage has to account for something, gentlemen.
Yes, it does.
That's your advantage, is the clock and the chain crew.
6:40 left in the ball game. Leopards trail 28-6, but got something moving here. Myers takes the snap, looking to throw. Slant route high and through the hands of the Robinson defender.
Yeah, a little over Martin's head too.
Yeah,
Martin was open. Martin was inside, had the inside position, was open.
But I'm gonna tell you that's one that when they watch film, Carter's gonna say, I'm gonna need you to not string me out like that, please, because
that safety.
Fortunate that we didn't have safety coming over because that would have been a nasty spill.
2nd 10 from the 27-yard line. Myers looking to run. He lowers the shoulder and gets near the 20. They're going to give him the 20. Going to bring up 3rd and short.
Sometime I'll tell you old-time stories about running those drills like that.
Officials stopped the clock for some reason.
I don't see we're backing up, so there must be a flag, right?
I guess there was holding somewhere we didn't see.
Oh, there. Flag was right there in the
orange?
Yeah, in the David Alpe Field sign, right there in the white.
That went from a 3rd and short to a 2nd and a mile. Ball all the way back to the 35-yard line.
6 minutes and 15 seconds left in this one.
Well, they're giving you a look where you might be able to get Carter in one-on-one coverage on the far right, but
Ethan Martin,
little brother Martin. Yeah.
Little tunnel screen right there. Pick up a couple yards, but it will still be 3rd and long. Probably 3rd and around 15.
And probably what I would imagine Coach Plumlee's looking for is he's looking probably for about 8 yards right here. He's looking to get you to 4th and 7, 4th and 8.
Yeah.
You don't have to get it all at once. Oh, he is going for it all at once.
It is caught by Carter Martin, and he will score. Touchdown, Leopards.
There it is.
You want to talk about a mistimed jump, Ron? I believe that deep back went up just a little bit too early.
Yeah, you give Carter Martin with his hands a chance to get up and get that ball. He's going to get it and closes a gap here. And really nice throw out there. Myers made a really good throw out there to the right place, and like you say, the D-back missed it, timed his jump a little bit, but Carter Martin didn't.
No, he went up and got it at its tallest point, and this is a really big 2-point conversion.
Yeah,
you get it, you cut it to 2 scores, and stranger things have certainly happened in scoring 2 touchdowns in 5.5 minutes. So.
Oh, yeah.
Move the ball to the left hash again as the Leopards will go for the 2-point conversion.
And
Myers will stay in at quarterback.
I'm a little surprised that this is not a Dupree-Braylon situation, but Evan got him down here.
Here's the snap. Myers looking to throw.
He didn't turn around to find it.
Yeah,
incomplete. And with 5:36 left here in the ballgame, Leopards trail 28-12. We'll be back after this.
Farmers Bank and Trust is proud to bring you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Farmers Bank and Trust.
Welcome you back into Claude Mann Stadium, David Alpe Field. Chase McAllister setting the ball up to kick.
We got our wideouts over here on this side.
Could be looking at an onside kick situation.
If he's not left-footed, I think it is.
Nope. Nobody on.
Gonna kick it deep, fielded around the 21-yard line.
Uh-oh.
Over the 30, 35, 40. Makes
boy.
a man miss, and now he's got a lot of room. Jabril Artis has an angle, but it's gonna be a big gain for Robinson. As he's all the way down inside the 15, ball comes out, but I believe Robinson fell on it.
Boy, you know, that's really, really a tough break. After you change your offense philosophy a little bit, you catch them a little bit off guard and you're able to score, and then you give up a huge return on a kickoff.
Not only that, you had him tackled around the 13, but he fumbles it forward and gets the ball all the way down to the 9-yard line.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is they won't get a first down on this drive.
Yeah, that's true.
Always looking at the stats. Twins right.
It's all about
Twins
silver
left.
linings.
Back to the left of the quarterback. First and goal from the 9. Give is to the back up the middle. Not a lot there, but going to lower the shoulder and fight forward around the 5-yard line. Made something out of nothing.
Yeah, they've got they run Jack Cleveland back in there as their true quarterback, and it's just as a defense. We got a leopard down.
Looks like it may just be a cramp.
I believe that's the 46 we don't have a number for. Yes?
I keep hearing Ron say Jack Cleveland, and I'm like immediately taken back to an 80s cop show. I don't know if there actually was a Jack Cleveland, but that just seems like that should be a private eye.
Private eye, Jack Cleveland. He gets his man.
Does it not seem that way?
It does. Yeah, probably somewhere in Southern California.
Yeah.
San Diego, Los Angeles, out there somewhere.
What was your favorite 80s cop show? I tell you, I was a big fan of The Fall Guy, which was actually Private Eyes, but
yeah.
Well, there you go.
I think my wife's favorite one was Hunter.
Gosh, yeah.
I couldn't tell you, Ben, what my favorite was. I don't know. You had the groundbreaking Miami Vice.
You weren't even watching the television in there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Probably not. I would have been born in '88.
Who was it? Crocker and on Miami Vice. I'll think of it in a minute. Oh, that is big old 46.
Don Johnson, right?
That was Miami Vice.
Yeah.
This is almost, talked in discussion about peanut butter and jelly sandwiches like Monday Night Football the other night.
I typically watch the Mannings.
Got to.
Second and goal from the 5.
I think offense moved, actually.
Yes, they did. Are they going to call him?
I believe that was the big tackle. Sure was, yeah.
Yeah.
Going to back Robinson up 5.
Line judge over here.
Yep, that was the left side bobbled a little bit, and when you're 6'7", 370 pounds, it's hard to get away with movement.
Yeah, you can't even hardly breathe without somebody noticing you.
It'll be a little different, when he's playing amongst other 300-pounders, but right now, you're in there with like 245-pounders.
Yeah.
Second and goal from the 10. Fakes the give, rolling right, looking to throw. Got a man and goes down to gets it. Touchdown, Robinson.
I wasn't watching the play that much, and they sent Evans the D1 prospect, the D1 commit, or he's hadn't committed, hasn't he?
He has
committed.
He has committed.
He was leading another one out to the left as a decoy, and the kid really moves well.
Really good play design. They had 3 guys flooding that zone at different levels, and
Kick is away, and it's good with 4:25 left in the ball game. Scores Robinson 35, Malvern 12. We'll be back after this. Welcome you back into Claude Mann Stadium, David Alpe Field. Robinson leading the Leopards 35-12. 4:25 left here in the ball game. Leopards have Jalen Dupree and Carter Martin back deep to receive. kick is away. Going to be fielded by Dante Cagle. Actually dropped and then fielded. Now up over the 30, 35. Got a little bit of room over the 40, 45, and going to be dropped as he goes over the 50 down to the 49-yard line.
That's one of those cases where every now and then, Ben, you see it, the guy fumbles the ball and has to turn around or stop and pick it up, and it just throws the coverage off. And
yeah, you're exactly right. A lot of times what happens is they see the ball hit the dirt, and everybody kind of squats and tries to see, can I jump on the ball? Can I jump on the ball? And fortunately, the ball bounced right back into his hands, and he was able to keep his momentum going and had a nice little return. Got around to the outside. Good blocking. Good field position for the Leopards.
1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Leopards come to the line. Twins left, split right. Up back on the right side. Back is Dupree to the right of Evan Myers. Here's the snap. Give is to Dupree.
Nice.
Going to lower his shoulder, get down to the 45-yard line as the whole Leopard team trying to push the pile forward.
In the world, come on, blow the whistle, guys. Come on. There's no rhyme or reason. It's not a complaint. It's just an observation. Sometimes they blow the pass, and sometimes they don't.
My observation, Ron, was he had already marked the spot and was 3 yards out on the field with his foot planted for the spot, but still hadn't blown the whistle. You don't see that very often. 2nd and 6. Ball on the 45-yard line. Twins to each side. Up back off the right side for Myers. Here's the snap. Myers looking to throw. Quick pass, incomplete. Looking for Trey Richardson. Going to bring up 3rd and 6.
3 minutes and 31 seconds left in this one. The Leopards are trailing 35 or 12 to 35, and need to get some points on the board. And
well, they put a man up over the top on Carter Martin, not letting him get deep again. Will be Evan Myers on the design quarterback draw, and there is nothing there. He's going to lose a yard, make it 4th and 7.
And, at this point, you're down 23, 3 minutes left. I mean, the odds are probably much longer than you're going to be able to overcome. But the positive to take away from this is I keep hammering that sophomore, but the moment was not too big for them tonight.
No, absolutely not.
It was not too big for Evan Myers, who came in and actually has played very well under
Myers
the situation.
Looking to throw. Looking for Richardson again, going to go through his hands, and the Leopards are going to turn it over on downs.
It was not too big for that big contingency of sophomore defensive players we've had. It was not too big for that sophomore-laden offensive line. It's just a matter of we got a very, very talented team on one side that is veteran. And I think that this is a situation that Malvern, in a lot of respects, may look like this in a couple of years with the number of sophomores that we played, much like Coach Plumlee was talking about, the way Robinson is. These guys have been through the wars. They've battled a lot of three-year starters. That's the exact situation Malvern's going to be in a couple of years.
Robinson going to take a timeout with
go ahead.
Oh, never mind. Go for it.
No, and that's the situation we talked about, Coach Plumlee and I talked about, to reiterate and repeat myself. We're looking at this sophomore class, as the bell cows for the next 2 years. And for them to come in, and I just looked at I just held the roster up here, and it's, without counting, there's 10s all over it. 10s, of course, being sophomores, a few 11s, and a pretty good senior class. But it's been fun, and it's going to be even more fun because we got a lot of football left in front of us to watch these kids grow up even more.
Because at the end of the first half, a sophomore full of eight or nine sophomores at a time held Robinson to 0 points for a half.
Yep.
1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Pistol formation for the Senators. Here's the snap. Give this the ball's on the ground. Quarterback, I believe, able to fall on it. Be a big loss, though, on 1st down. Not only that, guys, the future is bright. If you have been going to any Thursday night games, the Cubs are winning some ball games.
And what's interesting, in kind of mirroring this situation, there are a lot of eighth graders
that's
that are playing significant minutes and playing huge parts of that football team. And so, you think about how good the ninth grade is this year.
Wait till next year.
Really good next year, too.
2nd and 24, ball on the 32-yard line. Here's the snap give to the back, looking to run off the left side. Angel Perez giving chase, and we'll get him. We have a flag in the area of either a hold or a face mask.
Due to volleyball and varsity and junior varsity volleyball, I have yet to see, because they play on Thursday, and I have yet to see the Cubs play, and I feel bad about it, but it's grandparent can't be in two places at the same time.
Right. They had a big win over Robinson last night.
They did. I talked. Of course, I go in Friday morning to the coaches show, and the coaches are all. I get a really good idea of what's going on because they're talking about what's happened the previous night. With the junior high.
And the one thing we know about winning a championship at this level is you got to have multiple classes on the same football team that are pretty good, and that's what we're looking at.
After the penalty, it will be 2nd and 10. Ball all the way back up to the 45-yard line. We have another flag fly. Looks like it's going to be a false start on Robinson.
I think with the Robinson sniff back was back there. Looked like he's jumping sideways back and forth or something, and I don't know what he was doing. But
maybe he was on the scent.
He cost him 5 yards, whatever it was, Seth.
Do you think he was on the scent, Ron?
I don't know.
Going to be 2nd and 15. Ball back on the 41-yard line. 1:27 and counting left in the ball game. Here's the snap given to the back, and he's going to be blown up in the backfield.
Yeah.
Nice play made there by Cross Bartlett.
Quite honest, this just shows you how much better our ones are than their twos. Let's be honest. That's what we're looking at out there.
Of course, we're seeing some of our twos out there.
I think we got a few twos out there, too.
I don't think we have any twos, do we? I mean, seriously. These kids play so much in so many different places.
Will be 3rd and 19. Ball on the 37-yard line. Robinson in no hurry.
Yeah, Todd Dixon goes in. Another 10th grader.
Going to have to hurry to get the play off.
I don't think they're going to make it. Well, it was a false start.
Well, they took a knee.
I think they just gave it to him.
Yeah, they're trying to get out of here.
Yeah. I'm thinking it was a delay game / false start, but it's just one of those deals where you're trying to get out of here. You're going to look at it, and you're going to say 35-12. Then if you just look at the score, you're probably not going to be very happy with it. But the Leopards showed tremendous heart tonight, leading at halftime and really giving the number 1 team in 4A all that they wanted for the majority of the night.
I have to agree. There's not a person in the state of Arkansas that I think the new high school didn't think Robinson was going to come in here and blow us up, and they didn't. I understand that we got beat 35-12, but they didn't blow us up.
No.
I mean, we basically gave them two of those touchdowns.
And you also have to remember that this game really turned on about 2 or 3 plays.
That's exactly right.
Were not even necessarily bad plays by the Leopards.
Right.
They were. I'm not one to blame referees. What I am saying is that there was a questionable fumble / spot on one particular, and that would have been, we were ahead at that point. We would have had field at around the 40-yard line or so on their 40-yard line.
Yep.
I mean, these things are huge. I mean, if the difference is, well, it was 6-0. If the difference is 12 or 13-0 at half. Yep. The entire complexion of how we play is probably a little different.
Not only us, but them too.
Right.
And they came out, Seth. They came out in the second half, and like you said, did the same thing this year that they did last year with the dual backs. Call them dual quarterbacks, dual tailbacks, or whatever, and threw that at us. And then we, after the shock or whatever, we adjusted to that pretty well. And it's just. And we're still, come on, Ben, we're in a good place. I feel like we're in a really good place in the conference. It doesn't look like we got anybody hurt. I don't know. I saw Braylon Watson. I believe he was just stretching out a cramp or whatever. But hopefully we didn't get anybody hurt, and maybe we can get some people well for next week.
Yeah, I think that's the key for us. I mean, we've proven what we can do. We've got a couple more. We got, 3 more games on the schedule. You got to go out there, get at least one more, try to get to 4 or 5, get to the playoffs the best place you can.
Yeah, because as long as you can see something, some green light or a light at the end of the tunnel that the playoffs are out there, Ben. Don't you think we've got pretty good?
Okay, well, a lot to be proud of tonight. Be proud of your Leopards. We have 2 huge matchups coming up. If you can't make the road trip down to Fountain Lake next week, please listen in because these guys earned every bit of your respect tonight, and we need you next week to cheer on these guys as we continue to battle for a playoff position. Thanks for listening. Final score is 35-12. We'll be back next week at Fountain Lake.